Well, echoing the cry of the Ogulaga people is the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Stuart Symington, who is also appealing to Nigerians to adopt best practices in conserving the country's natural endowment. Mr. Symington was speaking during a visit to a conservation center in Cross River State as part of celebrations to mark the World Earth Day. He encouraged Cross River indigents and other Nigerians to be proud of the country and continually protect its endangered wildlife.
This is a single image of each of the national parks of Nigeria. But this is like the cover of a book. And if you could lift that cover and look inside, each one of these images of each one of your parks, not to mention your sanctuaries and your preserves, each one is like the most wonderful book you've ever seen. It's filled first with people. People who either live in those places or live next to them, and live with them, and have lived with them forever. And then it's filled with remarkable creatures. Now today, standing next to trees and near extraordinary creatures, thinking about the drill monkey and the chimpanzee and an endangered species found only in Nigeria, just behind us, I'm reminded that we often think of things that look like me when we think of nature. But I would urge you to think of the whole chain of nature that starts when the clouds gather over the mountain and ends when the waters enter the sea, and everything in between as water traces her course through the great rivers of this remarkable country. So, first point, Nigeria is a world-class wow.
Well, the governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, has been speaking on his recent trip abroad. Governor Ortom told journalists in Makurdi, the state capital, that while in China, he signed a power generation agreement with the National Electrical Power Systems Company of China to generate and distribute 72 megawatts of power to industries. Reactions that trailed the governor's trip to attend the Nigeria-China governors meeting on trade opportunities and partnership.
One of the contacts we made this time was for generation of power. And of course, you know that is our main problem. How can Nigeria, with a population of over 170 million by 2012 projection, is talking about 4,000 megawatts of power, when a city within a province in China is talking about 15,000 megawatts? This is a challenge. We have signed MOU with companies in China, in agriculture, in solid minerals, and so on. So we have done this visit. We're expecting a payback visit from some of these investors. It's a continuous process.
Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom. Butchers at the popular Kakuri Abattoir in Kaduna State are complaining about the poor state of facilities and lack of adequate water supply for over 15 years. The secretary of the association, Musa Ahmed, told Channels Television that poor water sanitation poses a great danger to hygiene in processing meat and to the health of residents.
This is the popular Kakuri Abattoir in Kaduna South Local Government Council of Kaduna State. It's been in existence for over 40 years. Apart from cows, other animals like goats, rams and chickens are also processed here. Sadly, a lack of adequate water supply is a major concern. Apart from lack of water, the sanitation leaves a lot to be desired, as the surroundings are littered with refuse, while the drainage is blocked.
Our problem here, water. 1, 2, our light no steady here. Like you once say Easter market, Christmas market, we suffer for light.
The secretary to the Butchers Association says that despite the revenue collected from them by local authorities on a daily basis, the Ministry of Agriculture has failed to come to their aid over the years.
If you look at the fence, we need fence from government. If you look at the water, it's only here this time we have water here. We need more. We used to get one pump there, but it's not moving. The pump is not rushing now.
The Kaduna State Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry is not unaware of the condition of the abattoir. He has promised immediate intervention to provide facilities in all abattoirs across the state.
We will have the livestock regulatory authority in place, and the major responsibility of that will be, apart from looking at the nature and the type of cattle, the regulatory authority will be charged with the responsibilities of ensuring that very hygienic conditions are put in place, not only in the abattoir, but even in the outlets where meats are sold and where perhaps they are finished for human consumption.
Meat is food, consumed by a large percentage of people globally. The expectations of these butchers and even consumers is that its processing should ensure proper hygiene in abattoirs to minimize the dangers of poor sanitation to public health.
Another set of 100 traders from Enugu West Senatorial District are beneficiaries of the Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi Traders Empowerment Scheme. At the draw to select the latest recipients, Governor Ogwuanyi says the scheme is in line with his campaign promise to boost economic activities and improve the lot of indigents.
One of the campaign mandates of Governor Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi is to build a vibrant state with a good number of self-sufficient citizens through small and medium-scale enterprises. After 2 previous successful outings, Governor Ogwuanyi is in Oriobu Market for the 3rd phase of the 60 million naira Traders Empowerment Scheme.
Please continue.
After a draw, 100 winners emerged from 37 select markets across the zone and are going home with 50,000 naira each.
The venue of the draws will be rotated among the 3 senatorial districts in the state, and winners of the lottery are expected to reinvest the money into their various businesses and help promote all-round economic growth in the state.
Some of the winners already have lofty plans for the funds.
I will use this money in a profit form. I'll put it in my market. I will use it accordingly so that the money will be valuable to me.
The state government is also working towards supporting these traders in their investments.
We have a crack team that will guide them, redesign their building plan when there is an error. If it's a good one, we okay it.
The scheme, which started in February, has so far empowered 300 traders, and the state government insists that 800 more will still benefit from the remaining draws for the year.
Governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, has pledged his administration's continuous support for the families of 6 doctors and a driver who lost their lives in an auto crash last year. The government made the pledge in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, while reflecting on the 1-year remembrance of the late doctors. Members of the Nigerian Medical Association in the state and other health workers also staged a walk in honor of their colleagues, blocking major streets in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, for over 2 hours.
It was really painful. We are still mourning them, and we have come together today to make this road walk in remembrance of the departed heroes of NMA. And beyond that, we're also making this walk to let people know that road safety is no accident, and that if we put in measures to avoid accidents on the road, practically all accidents are avoidable.
I went there personally to share moments with them and to assure them they are not going to be alone. And naming such a related field like of medicine, animal medicine after them is just to remember them, to keep them in the minds of the people, and to show that we appreciate them, their contribution before they passed on. So the message is that we should all give our best. We don't know when the time will come, or for whatever time it comes, He must find us in good works.